At number 10 we have Tree Without Roots. This manhwa is about Kwon Hee-seo, a person who has lived his life searching for answers after her mother died and got taken in by an abusive foster family. He is left asking himself the same questions over and over again, but his questions didn't stop by just what happened to his family, and so, because what he knows is that someone is supporting him from behind that gives wealth to his foster family. So in order to reveal this person, he tried to make a scene that brought him right into his trap. And when he knew that someone from the orphanage is the person who's helping him, he decided to brag into his place and be part of his life without a second dough. And as for his foster family, who constantly getting all the gifts and money that he should receive from his birthday, have been gone mad, knowing that their source of income is not in their care anymore. This manhwa is really one of my favorite manhwas of the moment. You get to see a really cute yet possessive top that just give you chill even when you're just reading it. If you're the type of person who would go for a story that give chills and trills, then this manhwa might be for you. At number 9 we have Let's Play. This manhwa is about Seo Woo-yeon, a person who just wants as a simple university experience away from his intensely annoying step-brother, Woo-jin. So imagine his frustration when Woo-jin not only gets into the same university as him, but also follows him to the same major and even the same classes too. And with that, Woo-yeon's determined to make the world see how awful his brother truly is, have become much more serious. But the thing is, his memory has been really spotty these days, and on the top of that, Woo-jin seems to be acting even more smug than his usual self. Even with that reaction from his step-brother bother him so much. What more if he knew what have been going on when his step-brother says the world let's play? And the reason behind that is Woo-yeon become a lifeless person who just carry on everything a person says when he's into that state of mind. And when he woke up from that, he don't remember any details of what happened or have been done. This manhwa is a top tier. I've been reading this manhwa since ages, but I gatekeep it for a long time cause it only has 3 chapters before. But thankfully the author thought that this is a masterpiece in the making. At number 8 we have Put a Smile On. This manhwa is about Junho, a basketball player of their university who's accidentally forgot his bag to the teacher's office. And when he was about to get it, he saw how the swimming champion Lee Kong having steam time with the teacher's assistants, and of course as a JRMAL person would do, you would run from that scene and stay away from the person you saw. But in Junho's case, he decided to watch the whole thing happen. On the other hand, Lee Kong is known as a person who always wins in every competition he goes and fought. But when he felt that someone from a corner is his new enemy and target, he got a second thought if he could win against the popular basketball player Junho. This manhwa is really cute at first, but when you get to see how Lee Kong actually is, you'll kinda thought that he's not just a cute and jolly person that he portraits. I mean it a mild possessive manhwa but still has that possessiveness. So if you're looking for a softy type of yaoi manhwa with a tiny bit of possessiveness, then this manhwa might be for you. At number 7 we have 1305. This manhwa is about Lee Jae-young, a person who has lived in room 1305 for his entire life. He basically grew to that apartment from his childhood to his adulthood. With the fast time, many things changed in his life, but that room was the only thing that stayed the same for him. But one day, his old neighbor Taeyoung moves in again to the next apartment, making them a neighbor again after they separated. He and Taeyoung were friends when they were kids. But then Taeyoung moved away with his family. That made Jae-young had an argue with him that he doesn't know. Taeyoung was always possessive of him, but after all this time he must have grown out of his possessiveness. That what on Jae-young's thought when he saw his childhood friend for a long time. But Taeyoung is not the innocent kid he used to be, and he will do anything to get back into Jae-young's life once again. This manhwa is kinda basic for me since it giving that typical K-drama plot that I am getting sick of. But the idea of possessiveness just added that spice to the plot and story itself. At number 6 we have Candyman. This manhwa is about Kyuhyun, who has an alternate persona in an online game that he plays. He pretends to be a female player with a character named Yorong, only to rip off items from other clueless users, and one of her diehard fans is Yeoman, a player who showers Kyuhyun with gifts day and night. Kyuhyun was happy, but at the same time, Kyuhyun feels a bit pressured about Yeoman because he keeps on asking Yorong for a date, and to top it all off, Kyuhyun finds out that Yeoman is his handsome classmate called Kim In-yeom. This manhwa is really amazing. It has that soft possessive vibes that you get from Kimin, and also Kyuhyun is real cute and funny at the same time, knowing that the person who's observed to his character in game is someone who like an idol to his school. If you want that softy possessive type of manhwa, then this manhwa might be suit to you. At number 5 Love Me Again. This manhwa is about Yi Wooju, a person who decided to give up on remembering who he is after a terrible accident that leaves him with amnesia. But he got hit with a cold hard case of déjà vu when illustrious actor Lee Young-won shows up on his doorstep, introducing himself to be an old friend of Yi Wooju. And because of few encounters from them, they suggested to each other that their relationship need to went far deeper than that, with his supposed ex-lover being the epitome of everything he once aspired to be. Wooju starts to think maybe his old self is worth remembering, so he tried doing so, but the only thing that Wooju remembers is a past that is most likely worth forgetting, while Lee Young-won on the other hand has his mind set on being with Yi Wooju again after all the things that happens to them. At number 4 we have The Second Dawn. This manhwa is about Baek Haeyeon, a person who has been living in guilt for ruining the life of his love Yoon Yehan. It's been 10 years since this happened, but the guilt inside Haeyeon is still vivid, and because of this, he feels he has no right to object when Yehan wishes to continue their relationship despite getting married, and at the same time, Yeon's cousin Yoon Jin-woon has been using their secret as leverage to get Haeyeon to have some connection with him, since he also has undeniably feelings for Baek Haeyeon, and just when the lives of these three seem to have gotten so irreversibly tangled, Haeyeon got sent 10 years into the past before the biggest regret of his life occurred. Though he is determined to alter the course of this timeline and save Yeon's life, he wants to keep ignoring Jin-woon's feelings for him. However, when Jin-woon offers to help Haeyeon in avoiding the very cause of his problem, the two become entwined all over again. At number 3 we have BClass Guide. This manhwa is about Lee Jae, a person who just broke up 2 weeks ago to his longtime boyfriend who said that he's getting married in a month. Jae is a B-class guide in this world where monsters and dungeons exist, and because of this up, Jae decided to live a peaceful life and have his own risk for the last time, so then he asked for a high-risk mission, and to his shock he got partnered by the famous S-class Esper Do Jaeun, an Esper who is about to have a rampage and lost his mind from the effect of getting the power to get rid of the monsters. This manhwa has a really unique plot and concept, though I read a lot of manhwa with the same genre as this, but I just love how author thought that this kind of plot might caught every reader's attention. At number 2 we have Kill the Lights. This manhwa is about child star Haley Rusk, who once captivated the people of America with his charming face and acting. But when he gets old, he started to tarnish this reputation that he has with all kind of things a celebrity must not do at all cost. And after a very public and drunken confession to the new America's sweetheart Noah Ray Carlton, his reputation finally hits rock bottom. But Haley turns to some supernatural blood magic as a last-ditch attempt to repair his life, which end up in his soul to get possessed by a not-so-well-known actor Mason, and to his new body, he saw how Noah and Mason differ from each other that made him think that maybe something had been going on between this two. This manhwa is really cute I guessed, but Haley Rusk is really not that great. I am just happy that Mason saved this manhwa on this list. At number 1 we have Passion. This manhwa is about a former military man Taewi, a person who has been in such settings since he graduated in high school, eating alone in his apartment day and night. But one day, Taewi heard a footstep thinking it did not feel good hearing someone's footsteps come up the stairs faintly, and because that day he woke up at dawn, Taewi was in a really bad mood, and to his shock, he saw his uncle who has been 3 years since Taewi last met, and when he got asked to work at the United Nations Human Resources Development Organization for half a year, where he meets the crazy guy with white hair Eli Regro. This manhwa is also one of the manhwa that I am obsessed with, and the plot of this manhwa is really amazing with that military concept. And that's all for today's recommendation. I hope you guys find a manhwa that caught your interest. If you have any recommendations of manhwa for me to read or to put on my next video, please let me know in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and keep safe.